All right, this is going to be a first video in a series on biophysics. And biophysics is one of my favorite subjects, but it's a very broad subject. And I think the best place to start here is just by talking in general terms about biology and energy. So we have this equation here. I'm going to write U is equal to, and then I'm going to write a summation symbol with an index of I, and then I'm going to write Ni, and then this EI. Okay, so it's a weird E. It's not exactly the letter E. I'm going to say that U is the internal energy, okay? And that the symbol Ni, we're going to use that to refer to the number of entities in the energy state EI, or we can call it the occupation number. And then we can say that EI, the symbol EI, refers to the given energy state. So we're summing over this product. So we have however many entities, say in biology, say we have cells, or say we have some biological macromolecules, and then we have different energy states. So say we had an energy state one for a certain amount of molecules in this energy state. Then likewise, we could say if we have a second energy level, then we say that's E2. Okay, so again, the summing this product over the index of I gives us the internal energy. That's the definition we're going to use for internal energy to start off our discussion of biophysics. So again, talking in general terms, we're going to start with some definitions before we move further. And in further videos, we're going to get a lot deeper into this topic. But we're going to start with energy conservation. So energy conservation tells us that the total internal energy U can only change if energy is transferred into or out of the system. Okay, so we have energy coming in, and we're talking about organisms. Maybe they're taking in nutrients, and I mean, you don't need to guess. You're alive as well. You don't need to guess how it goes out of the system. But we can talk about different biological systems. It doesn't just have to be an entire organism. We can talk about cells too. And in talking about these different levels of organization of life, we can say that living things. So life has different levels of complexity, and we can say that just in general, uh, a living thing or a biological organism is complex, and it'll have a large variety of possible energy levels available to it, and it'll have also a relatively large number of entities. So if you think about just the cells in your body, you have a lot of cells. So you have a large number of entities, and then you also have a large variety of different energy levels, because just of the sheer expanse of metabolic reactions that are going on inside your cells. And we can say that like the physics of an organism or a living thing, the physics is very busy. We can say that you can look at it from the macro to the micro. It's going to be a complex process if it's related to living things that replicate and they make ordered structures from what is ultimately disorder. And with that being said, on this topic, the following videos are going to center around, at least when we're dealing with thermodynamics, are going to center around developing tools to study how energy, in the form of heat energy, spontaneously flows through open systems and open biological systems, particularly. And we can say, for instance, that the sources of energy in the process of life are more disordered than the sinks. So, for example, if you think about the lipid bilayer in a biological cell, the lipid bilayer has ion channels within it that modulate the concentration of certain nutrients and certain molecules going in and out of the cell. So it's they're controlling the ion channels are controlling the diffusion of molecules going inside and outside of the cell, which would normally be a natural process that doesn't require any special kind of action or any special kind of proteins. So, in order to stay alive, in order to keep that homeostasis, organisms have to, by definition, they have to build ordered internal structures. And we can additionally state that by definition, since organisms are replicating and building more internal structures in order to survive in relation to their environment, they must release heat into their environment.